One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. A Week 1 showdown with both teams hoping to start their season off on a high note. So Wisconsin's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. Coming out with it, it's Young. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
Watch, you do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. They're working that left side. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
It's going to be fun to watch this receiving group, I think, for Notre Dame this season. I think one of the things Marcus Freeman's done a really good job of in recent years is go to the portal and bring difference makers at the receiver spot. It was Malachi Fields coming over for Virginia, the big, tall body making big plays downfield last year. Always a little bit behind some of the elite competition in college football, but it feels like that's starting to change now.
And Greathouse and Faison both back, so obviously some experience there, but then bringing in some ultra-talented, highly recruited receivers from Ohio State. Those guys usually pan out pretty well. To have that speed element, and a couple of guys that maybe clip now with this C.J. Carr offense, and the passing attack, which went from a liability a couple years ago to a strength.
C.J. Carr firing again. Going for it all. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
He wants to take the top off. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They're on the board first here in the season opener. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. You want to talk about coming out and setting the tone and making your presence known immediately.
And every coach talks about it all during the week, how important it is to start fast. But coming out and executing is another thing. Great start for the offense.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Badgers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. At the 35, he's loose. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact. Might as well give it to him again. At midfield, he's got room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Shakes off the defender. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
From the gun on third down, Joseph. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Taking it the other way. The 20. Inside the touchdown. Fighting Irish. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs. Maybe some room here. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Man, he's already got 43 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. And the timing just a hair off.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. Out of the gun, the give to the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He might want another play. Joseph on the play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Gets rid of it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's...
Leaping grab for a big gain. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And after one period of play, let's take a look at the start for these 2 wide receivers. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Throwing Joseph. Still looking on the move. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Rushes on him. Trying to get rid of it. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range. You're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man. Everybody on an island. Everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
It is perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
and comes onto the field ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll try it over the left side. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Facing a third down and short from the 26. Carr. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He's now up to 52 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head.
Yes,
what a disappointment. No good. But there is a flag down, and he might get another shot at this. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. Joseph. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers! Boy, it didn't look pretty at first, but it wound up being most effective.
And that's the problem with these guys, these quarterbacks. It's not the first play you have to play. You have to play the second play and the third play because they just keep extending it and making plays. And then the next thing you know, you look up and the dude's hitting his head on the goalpost.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll move the tight end. The run inside. It's Williams. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
On the move, he fires. Pulls it in. It's Flanagan. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Here's Carr to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Flanagan. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Back to throw, it's Carr. Bringing the heat. It's complete to the left. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Good, right down the boulevard. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kid, nice job.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. The defense sort of hurts this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
He'll pull it down and run. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Throwing, Carr. Pocket breaking down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. The Irish use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. To the air, it's Carr. He uncorks one deep. Goes high to pull it in.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And they head to the line.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Stanford taking on the number 6 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Cardinal coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in South Bend. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W.
He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
The Badgers head coach told me coming out of the locker room, his biggest concern right now is how they are handling this very hostile environment. It was tough in the first quarter, and this crowd is making it even more difficult. They are loud. They are crazy. And his communication says they have to improve at the line of scrimmage, making sure they're getting into their run game, their RPOs, and being strong with all their communication. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Flushed out of the pocket. Unleashes one. Got his man on the right. Puts him in the spin cycle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Badgers are marching down the field. Throwing Joseph. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Quarterback gets the first down. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Joseph. Throws to the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Got room on the return.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half, they were ready to rock and roll to start this 2nd half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. The give is to Williams. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Keeps it on the option. Might have a chance. Oh, what a caught. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the 1st down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Trying the left side. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Right back to the well. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Doing it himself again. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Irish!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Got his man downfield. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Joseph throws to the wideout. And here's the third interception of the night. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance.
Got a little grass. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Throwing Joseph. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Joseph on the play action. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. There is a Badger slow to get up. They'll stop play to have the trainers look at him. The Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brooks. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Now facing a third and long. Smith dropping to pass. Lobs it off the back foot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fourth down, Joseph. Using his legs to buy some time. Slings it downfield. It's caught downfield.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Oh, he's maybe a crease. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on a linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Joseph got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Got it right in the heart of the end zone. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. It was They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. They'll move the wide receiver. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the foot...
Runs through a man. He might have some space. He's at the slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And the point after is good. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over, breaks into the open. Guys, he's up to 103 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His 2nd big game-changing play in this football game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Motion from the wide receiver. They feed him again. Stopped again. At least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Running inside, it's Williams. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their 2nd timeout. And now they'll be able to stop the clock just one more time. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Throwing Joseph. Oh, they're after him. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Second down coming up. Back to pass. He's got the tight end. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. They're really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Here's the pressure. And they got it. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just